It's Friday, February 22nd. I'm Paul Huckalak. Welcome to TV7.ca News. I want to thank Coral Collective for helping us with our set design. Today, we talk to an artist coming to the Arden Theatre next week. We have a video from some recent vehicle break-ins, and the tax time is right around the corner. Are you ready? But first...
Well, just like in the retail world, St. Albert Transit is also going electronic. Smart Fare is a regional project involving Edmonton, Strathcona County, Leduc, and St. Albert transit systems. Smart Fare will allow riders to pay for their travels using credit or debit cards, a regionally available transit card, compatible school cards, and even devices such as your smartphone. Passengers simply tap a screen as they enter and exit a bus or LRT. Transit customers will be able to set up an account which will allow them to purchase daily or monthly passes, top up accounts, transfer balances from lost or stolen cards, auto-reload accounts, or take advantage of reduced fares for seniors and students. Accounts will also permit customers to view their trip history, and if there are several transit riders in the same household, to set up multiple cards under one account. Smart Fare will also make travel across the Edmonton metropolitan region easier for customers since one account could be used on all participating transit systems, including Edmonton, St. Albert, Strathcona County, and Leduc Airport. In order to facilitate electronic fare payment, it'll be necessary to equip the buses in the St. Albert Transit and Strathcona County transit fleets with new technology known as Smart Bus. Edmonton Transit's fleet's already equipped with this technology. By utilizing similar technology across the region, transit customers will have access to a broader array of real-time transit information. The Smart Fare system is slated to be operational by 2020. For more information on this Smart Fare system, please visit the City of St. Albert Transit website.
TV7.ca needs your help. Do you or someone you know have a passion for St. Albert? TV7.ca is looking to add a correspondent. Perhaps you love local sports, politics, culture. Do you have a segment idea? We want to hear from you. Send us a Facebook message or an email at news@tv7.ca. We look forward to hearing your ideas. A great example of the people we are looking for is Crystal Lucier on TV7.ca. She's the host of our Financial Focus segment.
I want money.
Clients sometimes ask me if their child or teenager has to file their tax return. You may want your child to file their own tax return if they have any income, summer job, part-time income, and if income tax is being deducted from that money. Filing helps set them up, set up their information with CRA for future queries or future filings. It also gives them contribution room for their RSPs. Even if they're under 18, any income that you're earning is adding contribution room for future RSP. It's also a teaching moment for your child. I like to say that it's a good life preparation. It helps them to understand taxes and CPP, deductions on payroll. Often a child will just take the number of hours that they worked, multiply it by their wage and think that that's the money that's coming in when it not necessarily is. Will it affect you? It very well could. If you're a single parent, it may affect your earnings by reducing your equivalent to spouse credit and thereby reducing your refund on your income tax return. You get to choose which child you claim as your equivalent to spouse. So I always recommend that you pick the lowest income child, often your youngest child, because the income that they make, if any, is going to be less than your older teenager. It's important that you choose software that offers free filing if you're doing your own. Students and low-income individuals can file for free. And any professional that you may encounter will often give you a student rate or a dependent rate. Just make sure that if your child is filing their own tax return, that you are including their income on your tax return under their dependent section. This is Crystal Lucier with Preferred Tax Solutions for TV7.ca.
I want money.
Join our city's faith community for the St. Albert Mayor's Prayer Breakfast on Sunday, March 2nd. Learn of ways to take care of your mental health and explore how we can help one another to strengthen our already caring and vibrant community. Reverend Helen Bennett has worked with the Canadian military, Edmonton's University Hospital, Stollery Children's Hospital, the Mazankowski Heart Institute, and Habitat for Humanity. She will deliver a powerful message titled Mental and Spiritual Resiliency in a Paradoxical World. You can purchase tickets on the Eventbrite website.
If you've been living in our community or province for any amount of time, you've no doubt heard the name Danny Hooper. Hooper is synonymous with all things Alberta. His talents and contributions to our prairie province's entertainment and business scene are dizzying in number and include award-winning auctioneer, real estate agent, radio morning show host, MC, and singer-songwriter. I had the great pleasure of sitting down with Mr. Hooper, talking in support of his Cabin Fever tour, which takes over the Arden Theatre next Thursday, February 28th.
I thought, well, why don't we put together a nice little show based on my original music, because a lot of my original music never saw the light of day as far as airplay on radio. But I got a big catalog of songs that I'm proud of, and I thought, why don't we do a show of my original music? We'll tell the stories behind the songs. We'll go out to the small communities so people don't have to drive in these conditions, these winter conditions, these older people, to come into the city to see us. Let's take the show right out to their sandbox, and that's what we've been doing. It's been a ton of fun so far. We've done Westlock was the first one, and we've done Vegreville and Athabasca, and yeah, so we're going to be in Smoky Lake, and really looking forward to the Arden Theatre will be our big finale. That'll be the wrap-up night on the 28th of February.
Tickets for Danny Hooper's Cabin Fever tour can be purchased at the Arden Theatre box office.
And you want to be there primarily so you don't catch scurvy.
And for more of this interview, please check out our Facebook page.
Do you make a point of locking your car doors every night? Well, a Heritage Lake resident's recent video highlights why you might want to start doing that very thing.
Okay, so first we see a car pulling over on Heritage Drive there. It looks like a silver car pulling over in front of Hayden Place. And here he's looking through my neighbor's vehicle quick. Runs down the street. He's on Haviland Crescent now. He's across the street from my house. I'm thinking right now he might be at the neighbors to the right because we can't see anything. But here he comes, flashlight, looking through the back of my neighbor's truck there across the street from me. Typically it's busier.
In the video provided to us by the homeowner, you can see a lone figure moving from vehicle to vehicle, checking for unlocked doors. According to the video's timestamp, the incident took place in the early morning hours of Family Day.
On the left of the screen, and he is walking in front of our house, and you'll notice the light comes on when he opens the driver's side of my boyfriend's vehicle. He rummaged through some papers. He didn't touch any of the change. He didn't take sunglasses or...
According to a Facebook post, one of the neighbor's windows was smashed to gain entry. Other Facebook users commented that similar incidents were happening around town.
And then he goes from the front of the vehicle to the back here. And that's where he would have saw the winter coat that my fiance keeps in there for emergencies, and away he goes with the coat.
Thank you goes out to Amanda Wallace for sharing this story with us. If you have any news tips or community events you'd like us to share, please message us on Facebook or drop us an email at news@tv7.ca.
And this week's Business Spotlight features Confections Cake Co., a place that is near and dear to tv7.ca after our Sip, Shop, and Slippers live stream this past December.
All right, we're Confections Cake Co. I'm Jarrett.
I'm Brittany.
We specialize in custom cakes, wedding cakes, baking classes. We have our sit-down dessert bar. Come in, have a piece of cake, coffee, wine.
We have movie nights.
Paint nights,
Night.
live music,
Live-
awesome local artists decorating our walls in here. Come get to know us. Brittany does a lot of beautiful cake decorating, wedding cakes, custom cakes, all that stuff. So I would say that's the backbone of the business. She does a lot of awesome fondant work, kind of like what you see behind us. The pieces behind us were showcase pieces that she made for Bridal Fantasy this season. And aside from the custom cakes, we have the sit-down plated dessert restaurant. You can come in, have a piece of cheesecake, a latte. We're licensed, so we pair a lot of our desserts with wine and liqueurs, and we have live music every couple weekends. So we'll have local artists come in and do some acoustic stuff. We started hosting movie nights back in October. So we have a projector and a sound system up on the top of the bar, and we tear all the paintings down off the back wall, rearrange all the seating, and then peel the lights, and the back wall's like a great big movie screen. So we do that once or twice a month as well.
It's always kind of been my dream. I always knew I wanted to have like a specialty cake shop. I love like the art behind the cake. But then when we were talking about doing it, like we were originally just talking about doing the cake shop idea. But I really didn't want to be like your typical shop. I really wanted to do something different. And because I have a background in like the culinary arts as well, I had this idea to do a dessert bar. So, because who doesn't like cake and wine or beer, right? Like, so I just wanted to be different in that way. So we're trying to get creative and keep it fun.
Our firefighters need your support beginning this week as the 9th annual Muscular Dystrophy Rooftop Campaign kicks off at several locations throughout St. Albert. The campaign runs until March 15th, and this year's goal is $45,000. Money raised is going towards improving the quality of life for people with neuromuscular disorders. All donations will help support the purchase of mobility equipment, provide support services, and fund research. Last year, St. Albert raised $45,448. Events include a virtual auction, a boot drive, dinner served by our very own St. Albert firefighter heroes, and a rooftop campout. For more information on all of this and next month's scheduled activities and locations, visit firefightersformd.com or the city's website.
Today on Let's Get Fit, Michelle Parker asks if you have SMART fitness goals.
Have you done it? Have you set your 2019 fitness intentions? If not, why not make it today that day? Go ahead, go old school, grab a pen and paper, or simply grab your phone and the notepad feature on your phone and set your intentions for 2019. Remember to do it SMART. Now, what do I mean by SMART? It's writing it specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and make sure you make it time-bound. Put a commitment on there. Okay, now that you have set your intentions, go ahead and add in some mini fun goals that help you celebrate your journey along the way. Need some ideas? We got some great things coming up here in St. Albert. We have the Spring Thaw, a new family-oriented fun run or walk you choose on March 10th. It's a 5K or a 10K for options. If you want to wait a little bit later, get maybe a little warmer in April, we got our 36th annual St. Albert Road Race on April 28th. It has a 10-miler, 10K, 5K, as well as a family fun run for just a 1K event. Bring the family out, have some fun. Looking ahead just a little bit further, May 5th, our 7th annual Run Wild has a half marathon, 10K, 5K, as well as the Kids Marathon Run. These are just a few of the upcoming fun outdoor events in our own neighborhood. Get out in your community and have some fun. And don't forget, invite your friends, family, and get out and get active in St. Albert. All right, everyone, it's time for it. It is time for our move of the week. Today we're going to focus on a little bit of stretching movements. We're going to be taking it on down to the floor. So we're going to come on down to the floor together, everyone. All right, now that we're down the floor, I'm going to show you one of my favorite stretches. So with one leg, knee bent, foot is planted on the floor, the other one is going to come across. So your ankle is laying across your knee. Now we've got a few options from here, depending on where you are. You might just be bringing that knee forward, and you're going to feel a stretch through your glute. If you need to get a little deeper, you can weave your hands underneath, grab gently on your leg, and pull that a little bit closer to you. While you're here for any of your stretches, I want you to be able to hold them for a good 2 or 3 deep inhales and release. Once you've done that, make sure you go ahead and do that other leg. These are a great little exercise you can do at home, after work. You can do them while you're watching TV, sitting around with your family, or taking in that latest PBR show. Another option for this one is simply to grab your foot gently, grab your knee gently, and bring it closer towards you. All right, everyone. From TV7.ca, I'm Michelle Parker. Thank you for joining us today.
That will do it for yet another week. If you have any community events or news you'd like to share with our viewers, please send us an email at news@tv7.ca. From all of us here at TV7.ca, I'm Lisa Ruffiant. Have a great week.